Thank you to our sponsor, miraclesmanifestorhoodies.com. I truly love the quality, colors, and meaning behind these zodiac sign sweatshirts, as well as the mission and purpose of the brand, which is combining the power of positive thoughts and manifestation with the highest quality clothing, styles, and fashion to keep everyday inspiration, motivation, and the energy of optimism alive in you. So go ahead and make this sweatshirt your new lucky charm and use coupon code Nadiya at checkout. Links are in the description below. Hello, fabulous superstar Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of April 2022. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. Wow, is this month massive, especially for you. Of course, the very big news takes place at the end of the month, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. But I want to be sure to talk about the other important lunar events taking place before we spend most of our time talking about the eclipse and the very important meeting of Venus and Jupiter in your sign, not to mention Neptune there as well. So there's so much to talk about here. Right out of the gate on the first of the month, we are going to have a new moon taking place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with money you earn, money you spend, self-esteem, and self-worth. Well, here's the thing. This particular new moon is hand in hand with Mercury and Chiron, which does suggest that the self-esteem and self-worth part is going to be emphasized at this time, where it is that you may feel that there are issues regarding self-esteem and self-love, where it is that you feel vulnerable around these matters. Well, all of that may come to the surface as part of you working through it, healing it, because that's ultimately the point and the gift of Chiron. Chiron invites you to turn what it is that has hurt you in the past into wisdom and into what can make a positive impact in other people's lives. This particular new moon is going to invite you to tap into a deeper understanding of self-esteem and self-worth and to talk through those feelings of vulnerability so that you are better for it and so that others are better for it as well, to understand it as a strength. This can also be a very important time that helps you to understand how to turn whatever it is that you offer and own it as part of you being a healer, and where it is that you consider how you make your money aligned with being a healer, however it is that you define that. I know it's a very broad umbrella. Well, if you are a healer, this can be a time of greater prosperity and new opportunities for you in that regard. As we navigate to the middle of the month, we will have this month's full moon. Now, that full moon is going to take place in a part of the sky that is also financial, but it's different. It has to do with your relationship with financial institutions and your understanding of wealth. Profound and meaningful change and truth is covered here as well. This full moon will be speaking in supreme harmony with Saturn. I have to say, I love this energy for you. I think that this energy is one of wealth and prosperity that lasts. This is energy that either will have you meeting some sort of financial goal, maybe paying off your student loan, and feeling that you addressed a matter with maturity and now it's come to a conclusion and is behind you in some way. And feeling as if you are cultivating a definition of wealth that has the potential to last a really long time, along with practical financial gains that can be made here. Outside of that, this can be a time of truth and honesty that strengthens you. You demonstrate great maturity that fuels healthy self-respect. Now, let's get to the good stuff, right? Because that is going to matter without a doubt. But I have to say, look, Jupiter is moving through your sign and making key alignments now in the middle of the month, connecting with Neptune. That is a celestial event that astrologers have been talking about and looking forward to for years. But it is also the end of the month that I think really is the crescendo that is going to be so important for you. I do think it is the end of the month where this larger Jupiter in your sign moment is set to happen that brings a lot of the understanding of this energy of good fortune and spirituality in your sign of Jupiter. How is it blessed your life? Well, that's what's going to show up for you very clearly as we get to the end of the month. How it has blessed, how it will continue to bless your life. And the reason that I focus also on the future is because the divine meeting of Venus and Jupiter at the exaltation point of Venus, meaning out of 360 degrees in the zodiac, there is 1 degree that Venus most likes to be in. And that is exactly where, at the end of the month, she will meet Jupiter in your sign. Well, that in and of itself is a very big deal. Likely a once-in-a-lifetime event, having these two planets get together at the exaltation point of Venus. But now add to this another layer of understanding. This is happening on the same day as a powerful solar eclipse. And that solar eclipse is hand in hand with Uranus. Eclipses themselves have a certain Uranian-like quality in that they represent dramatic change and truth and accelerated pathways into the future. Now you add Uranus into the mix, and the wild card factor is that much more wild. The surprise factor is that much stronger. It is that eclipse that is taking place in a part of the sky that has to do with synchronicity, being in the right place at the right time, meeting the right person, and it makes all the difference. And that may very well be the case for you now. You've already got this magnitude of blessings on the same day. You are a magnet to blessings. And you add to this synchronicity working on your behalf to dramatically transform your circumstances. Well, all of that comes together for you. But there's another layer. If all of this wasn't enough, there's another layer happening on the same time. And that is the fact that Pluto, slowing down to a standstill just 2 days before, will technically go retrograde. But really, at the eclipse is stationary, standing still in the sky at the height of its power. And this is the power of transformation, of things changing from the inside out, and the power of focus to create meaningful transformation in your life as well. And so now, here we are. We've got this powerful energy playing out that is inviting you in some way to embrace a new understanding, a new perception, a new way of perceiving that is heart-oriented. All of that comes together for you under the light of a solar eclipse. That solar eclipse can bring new opportunities that you just run into while running around doing your errands. It can bring new curiosities, new things to learn, new things to teach. It can bring exciting news that dramatically transforms your circumstances by email, by text, by documents and traditional mail. Social media as well can be a space where very quickly it feels like things change for you for the better, or that you attract attention in a way that changes things for you for the better. Because we have the meeting of Venus and Jupiter on the same day, there's tremendous blessing with you, and there's universal love with you as well. There's faith as well. What needs to come in will. And what needs to go so that space can be there in faith, that can be part of the fortune that finds you. Your good fortune may not just be one thing, it could be several things. What comes in, but also closures that you are grateful for. All of it can come together at the same time. Now, where it comes to matters of love, boy, will you be a magnet. First of all, on the 6th of April, Venus will enter your sign. And once Venus enters your sign, she is in the sign she most loves to be in. And you will be a magnet, being able to attract love to you. But once we get to the end of the month and the divine meeting of Venus and Jupiter, well, that energy magnifies the magnetism that you have. I do want you to be mindful though, Neptune is there as well, which tells me that there's a lot of dreamy energy. You may feel very swept up off your feet, swept up in a moment. However, that isn't very grounded. And the reality may end up being very different. And yet there is value to the moment nonetheless. It's like you are being changed in some way. Any part of you that has felt unsure or unable or unworthy of love will wash away as part of opening yourself to greater love that you've known before. And that includes romantic love as well. It doesn't matter if something doesn't have long-term potential or does. What matters is the moment and how the moment heals you, profoundly so. For those of you open to meeting someone new, well, look, this month is very powerful for connecting with someone, for feeling very swept up off your feet. Will it last? Well, chances are it won't, I will say, because the energy is so dreamy, and yet the things you realize about yourself will be worth whatever journey you go through. The energy at the end of the month, you are a magnet and will attract powerful romantic experiences that redefine you for a long time to come. For those of you just starting to date somebody, the energy now is all or nothing. You either are so in love that you decide this is it and you're giving it your all, or you realize this isn't the one for you and you have so much faith in yourself and in love and in the future that you decide to go in a whole other direction. Either way is good. Either way, there is love in the world for you, without a doubt. And for those of you in an established bond, I have to say, for the overwhelming majority of Pisceans out there, this is a time of magnified love, of magnified blessings and healing within your established bond. For a small percentage of Pisceans out there, if you know you're not in the right relationship for you, the meeting of Venus and Jupiter is your turning point moment. It's the realization and the faith to go in a whole other direction with clarity and purpose. What I love about this month for you, well, what a powerful month it is, without a doubt. My goodness, the meeting of Venus and Jupiter at the exaltation point of Venus. This is a very rare event, and it's happening in your sign, and it's happening this month. This is a moment to cherish, whether it is love for self, whether it is creative pursuits, whether it is just doing what you love to do, what's fun for you to do, or whether it's romance and love and true love. Any expression of love, universal, romantic, for self and compassion for others, all of it is love. And you'll have a lot of love to celebrate. Well, thank you so much for watching. I do want to give a shout out to the sponsor of this month's horoscope video scopes, miraclemanifestorhoodies.com. I hope that you'll check their website out. I have never felt a sweatshirt this luxurious, I'll tell you. I'm not normally a sweatshirt-oriented person, but I think that may change now, thanks to miraclemanifestorhoodies.com. You can use code Nadiya at checkout for a discount as well. I love the people behind this brand. They are very committed to their vision of affirming positive energy in your life, and you really can feel it when you wear these sweatshirts. So check them out. Link is in the description below. And thank you. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy. Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there.